D2DNY, Real World HVAC Simplified. And now, in this video, we're going to talk about getting you into HVAC, or how to get started in HVAC, how to become a HVAC technician. All right? So if you're looking to start a HVAC career, this video is for you. All right? And as always, before we get into the video, I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe if you have not subscribed, and smash that bell icon so when I upload videos like these, you get them right away. All right? So I'm just finishing up a job, guys. Actually, I just finished a job. You know, this is Brooklyn, New York, and I'm on my ride home right now. And I figured I'd share with you guys, you know, this what I know about getting into HVAC, or starting a HVAC career. And you know, I know a thing or two about that because I've been in this industry. I've been in the HVAC industry for about 20 years now, or almost 20 years. All right. So the very first thing you're going to need, I'm gonna give you guys this in tips. So tip number one, right? Tip number one, the very first thing, right? You're gonna need to have to get into HVAC is a driver's license, right? So if you're whether you're a fresh out of high school, or you're a young adult in your 20s, or you're in your 30s, whatever. I mean, if you're in your 30s, you should already have a driver's license. But anyways, you need a driver's license, but it has to be a clean driver's license, right? You don't want to have any tickets on your records, right? Yeah, a clean driver's license. Very first thing. The next thing you're going to want to have is, so this is tip number two. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Next thing you're going to want to have is the basic HVAC hand tools, right? The basic HVAC tool bag, right? And with all these tips and pointers that I'm giving you guys, it's basically setting you up so when you apply for the job, your success rate will be like a 99% or 90%. Very high. You will stand out, okay? So take it from a pro. All right, so we're at number two. You need the basic HVAC tools, right? Or the basic HVAC tool bag. And if you don't know what, you obviously won't know because you're a beginner. You're trying to get into HVAC. You're trying to become an HVAC technician, so you won't know. So I am going to leave a link in this video description to a video that I had made some time ago, listing all the tools you'll need to get started. And I think I've also stated some of the functions. All right, so that's going to be in the description, right? So check that out, watch that. It's going to help you out to get started. All right, so we're at number two. So we got the driver's license, we got tools. Now, if you if you're able to, right? If you're privileged, or if you have the money to invest in yourself, if it's available to you, you should go and get certified. Go to a trade school that offers, you know, courses and training in HVAC. All right, if you could do that, if you have the money, then get that, because that will also put you on the very top of the list. So with that, with a certificate in HVAC, with your clean driver's license, with your HVAC beginner's tool bag, you're pretty much climbing higher and higher on the acceptance list, right? So you're going to stand out from everybody else. All other applicants will stand out. All right, but there's more tips to come, right? Just keep listening, keep watching. You know, I'm driving home right now. Stay with me for the drive. You know, enjoy the view. This is New York City. You know, nighttime driving. So yeah, if you could afford it, get certified, become certified. Now, if you are, and these tips, guys, these tips will work anywhere in the US. I don't know about other parts of the world. Maybe you can still apply them in other parts of the world, but anywhere in the US, you can, in the States or in the US, this will work. Now, if you are not privileged or privy to money and you can't go to a trade school, then no worries. What you do is this: you search. You can Google search by Google, or, you know, I don't know, by the Yellow Pages or whatever. You know, find local union HVAC shops. All right, so that's local union HVAC shops in your area, and just apply at all of them. And I'm going to tell you how to apply the right way, the way to be successful, right? How to land an interview quickly. So apply at a union shop, and so this is if you are not able to and even if you're able to go to a trade school and you have a certificate, you know, you still want to go to the union shop, because these are the bigger fish in the pond, better opportunities, better pay, pension, all this good stuff, right? And we're going to talk about how much money you could earn coming up, so just stay tuned. You know, I mean, there's going to be lots of information in this video, lots and lots of information in this video, right? Again, it's coming from a pro, almost 20 years. We got 15 years plus of experience that I've been in this industry. So, and I'm doing great right away, right? I'm doing great. This is a awesome industry to be in right now, and the demand is very high for technicians right now. HVAC technicians is in demand, right? HVAC technicians right now in 2022 are like celebrities. Okay, so where was I? So yeah, if you can't get in a trade school, no big deal. Apply at a union shop, because what's going to happen is at a union shop they will send you to school for free. So you go to school for free, guys. You know, once you get into the apprenticeship program, I think they'll give you a test for you to start, and if you pass that test, it's a simple, you know, reading, math, English test, nothing crazy. Once you pass that, you'll be accepted. But it also depending upon your employer, if they going to place you there, right? So, and I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit more coming down further in the video, right? So it's up to your employer if they're going to place you into that union apprenticeship program. I mean, it's not a given that you're going to be ended up in the program. It's up to your employer. All right, so you could be in the company and they don't. It could be a union company, and you don't get placed into the program. And I'm going to tell you the reason why, you know, coming up. But yeah. So so you can go to train for free. You get paid to go to school, and yeah, it's pretty cool. All right. So if you don't have the money, don't worry. Apply at a union shop and you'll get a training. You get pretty much the same training. You'll be trained by guys and people that work in the industry, in the field, and know they're teaching. All right, you know, good. So yeah, now when it comes to getting placed, let's say you apply at a union company, a union shop, HVAC shop. When it comes to getting placed into union apprenticeship program or union school, well, you're going to have to show. Oh, before I get into that, I'll lose track. So the next thing you're going to want to have, I don't know where I'm at, 4 or 5. I think it's 4. The next thing you're going to want to have or do, you know, before you apply, and these are things you need to do before you apply. All right, you're going to want to at least be employed somewhere, right? So if you're like fresh out of high school, or if you are like in your 20s or in your 30s, I mean, if you're in your 30s, I mean, you should at least have a couple of jobs, or still actually at least be working right now, right? I hope you are, right? Don't be a loser, guys. Come on. All right. So yeah, you know, so if you're fresh out of high school or you're fresh out of school, you know, high school, you're a teenager, you're 19, you're 18, you just turned 20, yo, go get a job at a Target or a Walmart or a Walgreens. Just a minimal job, right? A job that's doesn't require anything but a high school diploma, right? Or a GED. Like just a simple minimal job, you know, where it's just pays you minimum wage, and you know, anyone could get a job, right? And you're going to want to get that job, and you want to hold that job for at least 6 months. And the reason for this is because if you have not worked anywhere, and you know, you go into a and how do I know this? Just a quick little detour. How do I know this? Because you know, I have went to trade school myself when I started in HVAC. That's how I got started. I went to trade school, and then I started off at a mom and pop shop. I didn't start off in the union, and but being in the union, you know, I worked my way up, and I went into the union, you know, and I got employed at a union shop, and then, you know, once I'm at the union shop, I worked my way up as from a technician to a lead technician to a field foreman. And as a field foreman, you know, I have some say, not a lot of say, but some say, you know, with people getting hired, and you know, and my opinion matters. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I know, and I'm close with the field supervisors, and so, you know, and so, you know, I know these things, you know, so I can tell you guys. So yeah, so you're gonna want to have some employment on your belt, and the reason for that is because, you know, if think about an employer trying to hire someone, and you have not worked anywhere, period. Now, you know, how do they know that you're not going to be a waste of time? How do they know that you're going to go to work every day? Because, you know, you have not gone to work yet. You have not worked anywhere before. You know, are you going to show up every day? Are you able to hold a position, going to work every day? You know, doing, you know, follow instructions. Follow a job description or a JD. You know, how do we know you can do that? Because you have never done that before. You have never worked anywhere before. So, you know, maybe you're a joker. Maybe you're going to be a waste of time. But why should we hire you? And you don't even have any experience. You don't bring nothing to the table. Like, who are you? Come on. So you get a job. You know, I mean, get a simple minimal job. You know, minimum job. You know, and just you know, you flip some burgers, whatever. And this way you hold that job. And it'll be great if you have that job when you're going in for your interview as an HVAC technician, apprentice, or helper. You know, just be employed, because that will show that, hey, you know, this person, you know, can hold a job, can show up to work every day. Because if he couldn't show up to work every day, then they wouldn't have a job, right? They would, you know, be fired or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so do that. What else? If you can, you know, based in the state, where I don't know how you know, you say states, each states are different, but New York State, you know, in order to use a torch, you would need your, I think it's a G95, you know, torch use permit, or and then you need your fire guard, right? All right, so you go down to the fire department in New York, if you're in New York City, and you can get that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't cost a lot. It's like $25 in New York City. I don't know what it is for the state, but yeah, you get that. You know, get that. You know what I mean? Not a big deal. Sometimes you need a letter or a sponsor. So, you know, I was able to get mine without any sponsorship. So, yeah. And then if you go to trade school, if you don't go to trade school, what you can do, you can go to like there's ways which you can take your EPA and get your universal EPA certificate, right? This allows you to work on, you know, like all the HVAC equipments with like large amount of refrigerants. right? So you're certified like that because you don't want to vent refrigerant in the atmosphere, and you have that certification, your EPA certification. Get the universal. There's like, I think there's like type 1, type 2, and type 3, or you know, type 1, type 2, and then universal. Get universal, guys. Just go the extra mile. Get universal. Because you have that under your belt. I'm telling you how you're going to be a success. And these are easy things to do. It doesn't require a lot of money. It just takes a little bit of effort. All right, because this is how you're going to, when you walk in to the job, to the office, and you're going to apply, you're going to get hired on the spot. Like, you're going to get in. All right, and also, you know, you're going to, as a beginner, you'll get the most. Your pay will be the highest, you know, as you know, highest pay there is for a beginner, right? For a helper. All right, so those are the things you need to have or do. When it comes to like submitting your resumes, you know, I would say what I did. I had a resume, and then but I just didn't mail it out, right? I Googled the HVAC companies, and I started off in a mom and pop shop. It wasn't even in the union, and I think it was like just the owner and about 3 mechanics, and then me as a helper, right? So yeah, I just go to the job location and just say, hey, I'm looking for a job, right? And I had my resume in my hand, and you know, like you can drop your resume off in person. That's even better. Drop your resume off in person, because if you drop your resume off, you can have like 2 or even 3 interviews per day, right? You could probably get hired the very same day you set off on the journey. You could get hired. But if you send your resume out, if you mail it out, it will get tossed into the pile with everyone else, and you know, maybe they'll call you, maybe not. So go out, and because this is a blue collar situation, you know, go out, physically go out. You know what I'm saying? That will set you ahead of, you know, most of the crowd. All right. And then if you have all these tips, or if you followed all these instructions that I had mentioned previously in the video here, then yeah, you'll most likely be hired like quickly. And you know, if you choose to send your mail your resumes out, mail them out, but also you want to go do some in-person acts, you know, you know, just go to the business office and just speak to the reception, tell them tell them you're looking for a job, you want to be an apprentice, you want to be a helper, you have your resume, you're ready to work, you have your tools, you have your EPA, you have your fire guard, you have your torch G95, you have your clean driver's, oh man, you have your certificate in HVAC, oh man, you are in. They're gonna be like, what? That receptionist is gonna stop what they're doing and go grab the supervisor, because you're in. You know what I mean? That's it. You're in. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty much that to know, guys. Once you get employed, it's not game over, right? Once you get employed, all right, let's say you get employed in a union shop, right? So you didn't go to trade school because you didn't have the money, you're broke, we know that. I'm just kidding. So you didn't have the money, and so you didn't go to trade school, but you have all the other requirements, right? You have your clean driver's license, you have your beginner's tool bag, because you're gonna watch the video in the description and you're gonna know what tools to get. And you your clean driver's license, and you listened to my advice, and you went ahead and get your EPA, right? Now, if you didn't get your EPA, you know, if you go to trade school, part of trade school, in the end they'll train you or prepare you for the EPA examination, and or the EPA test. And also, if you get into union or the union apprenticeship program, they will also prepare you for that as well. Okay, so no worries. But if you have that in hand, going through the door, it's going to make you exceptional. I'm just telling you how to get hired or get in, like, guaranteed, right? Because I know the ropes. Yeah, Again, this is all for my subscribers and my followers, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and smash that bell icon. Yeah, so now once you get employed, let's say you get employed in a union shop, and it's your first day of the job. It is very important that you are early, you're on time. This is a big thing. It's key. You're on time, and also make yourself available. So if you get called on to work or some overtime, yeah, listen guys, big thing. Availability is a big thing here. Make yourself available. All right. I know you want to go to party. I know you want to hang out, but listen, forget about all that. You know what I'm saying? You're just starting out, so you make yourself available. That's a big thing. As a beginner or helper or apprentice in the union, I think the going rate right now is $17 per hour. $17 per hour to start. Again, this is not good for if you're like 30 or 35. I mean, you will need more money, but you're not going to get more money. Perhaps if you go to a trade school and then have your certificate, and then all the things I just mentioned in the earlier in the video, and you're like 30, 35, even 40, I don't know, if you're older than that, and you have all those things, then they'll probably start you off at 20 or 25. And I mean, if you have worked, several places before, and then you have like work experience, but it's not in HVAC, and you have all these requirements, stuff that I mentioned in the video, then you might get $20. You might get $20 an hour. You can ask for $20 an hour. You know what I'm saying? But because you're in the union, if you're really assertive and you're working and you're doing the overtime, then for $20 an hour you can get with overtime, and you're serious, you can probably do like 45, even 50K for the year. You know what I'm saying? That may not be a lot of money if you are like have kids and stuff like that, but if you are like a teenager, 19, 20, 21, oh, that's a lot of bread. You know what I'm saying? But when you get so back to what I was saying, once you get employed, you're gonna want to take this thing seriously. You want to go to work on time, and then as an apprentice or a helper, the technician that you're put with to work with, the technician or the journeyman, if it's a union company, the mechanic, part of his job is to evaluate you. So don't forget, don't sleep on that. Listen, let me repeat. Part of the technician or the mechanic or the journeyman, if it's a union company that you're placed to work with or assist, part of his job is to evaluate you guys. Don't sleep on that. Don't go to the job on BS. Don't be on your phone. Don't be checking your Instagram, update your Instagram profile. Don't be talking to your girlfriend. Go make sure that you dress like a pro, right? Dress like a pro. No baggy clothes. No sneakers. And when you're going for an interview too, make sure you dress like a HVAC pro. I mean, if you want to get into HVAC, you should know what an HVAC pro dress like. I mean, how to look professional, right? Do that. Play that game, and I'm telling you, you will get hired. Yeah. So when you go to the job, don't BS. Don't bull crap around. Okay. I don't want to say bull on I don't say that on YouTube, but take it serious. And then when the supervisor asks the technician, how is this new guy doing, the review will be great. So with that, you'll get placed into the apprenticeship program, because if you are BSing, they're going to cut you. You're going to get cut after 3 months. There's a 3-month grace period. Whether they tell you or not, there's a 3-month, whether it's a mom and pop shop or it's a union shop, there is a 3 to 6 months grace period. They won't hire you today and put you in the apprenticeship, or place you in the apprenticeship program right away. There is a grace period, right? And the grace period is to weed out all the, the BSers, the bull SRs, right? The guys, people who come in to do BS, all right? So the technician who you're placed with, their part of their job is to evaluate you. So don't forget that, all right? So go to work on time, be reliable, be available, be ready to work overtime, be willing, don't ask questions, just do it, all right? Yeah, what else? Yeah, so once you after like 2 years, start off at 17. After 2 years, you should be at about 23. After 3 years, you should be close to 30. at 4 years, you should be, if you're good, you will be at around 40 or 42, because that right now is the union scale is 42. So the top pay for a 4-year journeyman, if you're 4 years in the union, 4 years in the union, it's about $42, $43 an hour. That's bread. And with overtime, you're doing 6 figures. 6 figures, baby. All right. You know, I've been in the 6-figure club for a long time, right? Like years and years ago, I've been making over that. I won't say exactly how much I am making, but you know, 6 figures for like several years now. Okay. So yeah, once you're a journeyman, you're full-fledged mechanic. Yeah, 42, 43, and there is such thing. If you're really good, you'll get paid. I'll get paid over scale. So union scale is 43 or 42, you get paid like 46, 48, even 50. You become a supervisor, you become a field foreman, right? If it's a union company, if it's a large company. And don't be afraid to apply at these, the biggest and the largest, the greatest. That's where you want to apply. Don't be afraid, don't be bashful. Go in there and use these tips and pointers that I've just mentioned, and you will be a success. You'll achieve, you'll win. All right. Yeah, and then if you do there's nothing wrong with applying at a mom and pop shop. You know, at a mom and pop shop, it's less forgiving though, because they don't have as much capital as a large company. So like there's less room for errors. So you gotta be on your P's and Q's. You gotta like be dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's, because if, you know, in a mom and pop shop, it's tough. You'll be doing a lot of things. You'll be doing installs, you'll be doing service, you'll be making duct work. But if you go to a union shop, which is a large outfit with like 30, 40 guys, 50, 60, 70, 100 employees, then you'll be in service. You can choose to be in service, you can choose to be install, you can even be a driver if you want, I don't know. But yeah, and it's way more forgiving, because there's so much people in the company that, you know, it's like you're really not under the microscope as much. Like you wouldn't even see or know the owners, like, unless for like you've been there for years. But yeah, I think that covers it all up. I don't think I've missed anything. If you're a pro and you've been in the industry for a while, just share what you have learned, so you can help someone out. I mean, this video is to help people, you know, get into the industry. So if you're a pro, you've been in the industry, in the comment and leave pointers, drop pointers in the comment section for all your pros, my professional subscribers. If you're still watching, you're special. And if you want to get into HVAC and you're still watching, you're special. So any questions you have, I promise you, leave it in the comment section. I will answer it. If I don't answer it, look, there's the police right there. Right, stay trooper, they get you. I'll answer it. You know, just leave it in the comment section, because if you're still here, you're special. And yeah, I'm gonna just finish this video, because it's been like 30 minutes right now. It's not long, right? I'm just close it off right now. All right, so that's it. I'm out. I'm almost home by the ways. If you guys have stuck with me, thank you for riding with me. All right, again, this is a great place, great career opportunity. You know, I mean, not much time in college. You know, you'll get in here. You spend a year in trade school, maybe 6 months or 9 months. It took me 9 months to get my certificate, and I went to school at night. So yeah, and if you go to like trade school, I went to Apex. All right, and if you can go to TCI, that gives you like an associate, which you do like math, English, and all the other stuff along with your HVAC stuff. But I didn't want that. You know what I mean? I knew that I wanted blue collar. I just want to learn the trade. I didn't need an associate, which is a good thing to have though, you know what I'm saying? But if you have the money, do that. If you don't worry. Get employed at a union shop, and they will send you to school for free. They'll pay you to go to school. As opposed to you paying for schooling, you'll get paid to go to school for free. Alright? Yeah.